Welcome back to Bible Insights, the series where we delve into the fascinating stories and characters found within the pages of the Bible. Today, we continue our exploration of influential women in the Bible. Our focus today is on a woman who may not be as well known as some of the other heroines, but her story is certainly one that deserves our attention. Join me as we uncover the intriguing tale of Queen Vashti from the Book of Esther and discover its connection to the Book of Proverbs, particularly highlighting her noble character and the message it holds for today's youth generation. The story of Queen Vashti can be found in the Book of Esther, a captivating narrative set during the reign of King Ahasuerus, also known as Xerxes I. This historical account gives us a glimpse into the life and struggles of the Jewish people during their exile in Persia. Let's jump right into the story and discover more about Queen Vashti. Queen Vashti was the queen consort to King Ahasuerus, known not only for her beauty but also for her noble character. She possessed wisdom, integrity, and a strong sense of self-worth. Her reputation as a woman of virtue and dignity extended beyond the borders of the kingdom. One day, King Ahasuerus decided to host a grand banquet for his officials and nobles, displaying his riches and splendor. The feast lasted for many days, and the king's pride and arrogance grew with each passing moment. On the seventh day of the banquet, in a state of merriment and perhaps under the influence of wine, the king made a request that would test Queen Vashti's noble character. King Ahasuerus commanded his servants to bring Queen Vashti before him, wearing her royal crown, so that he could showcase her beauty to all his guests. However, Vashti, a woman of dignity and self-respect, refused to comply with the king's command. She saw this request as a violation of her personal boundaries and a degradation of her inherent worth. Queen Vashti's refusal sent shockwaves throughout the kingdom. The king, already intoxicated by his own power, was incensed by her disobedience. His advisors, driven by their own desire to maintain the king's authority, convinced him that Vashti's refusal would set a dangerous precedent. They argued that if the queen's disobedience went unpunished, it would undermine the authority of all husbands over their wives in the kingdom. In a fit of anger and without fully considering the consequences, King Ahasuerus agreed to his advisors' recommendation to remove Queen Vashti from her position as queen. Vashti's actions had sealed her fate, and she was banished from the palace, her life forever altered. But why is the story of Queen Vashti included in the Bible? What purpose does her narrative serve? To understand this, we must turn our attention to the Book of Proverbs, a collection of wisdom sayings attributed to King Solomon and other wise sages. The Book of Proverbs is filled with teachings that promote wisdom, understanding, and discernment. It encourages individuals to make choices that align with God's ways and to seek knowledge and understanding. Proverbs 31:30 says, "Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised." This verse highlights the importance of inner character and devotion to God over external beauty. Queen Vashti exemplified this noble character. Instead of showcasing her physical beauty to satisfy the king's desires, she chose to prioritize her self-respect, dignity, and integrity. Her refusal to be objectified and paraded like a trophy demonstrated her deep understanding of her worth as a person beyond her outward appearance. In a society that often places excessive emphasis on physical beauty and external appearances, Queen Vashti's story serves as a powerful message for the youth of today's generation. It reminds us all, regardless of gender, that our true value lies not in how we look but in the content of our character. We live in a world where social media and societal pressures often distort our perception of self-worth. We are bombarded with images and standards that make us feel inadequate and insecure. However, Queen Vashti's story teaches us to resist such pressures and instead focus on cultivating inner beauty, qualities such as kindness, wisdom, compassion, and a reverence for God. Today's youth can find inspiration in Queen Vashti's courage and refusal to compromise her self-worth. Her story encourages us to embrace our unique identities, to resist the temptation of seeking validation solely through external appearances, and to pursue a deeper understanding of our worth and purpose. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Bible Insights, where we explored the story of Queen Vashti from the Book of Esther and its connection to the Book of Proverbs. Queen Vashti's noble character, her refusal to display her beauty in front of others, and the message she conveys to today's youth continue to provide valuable lessons for us. Remember, each character in the Bible, no matter how briefly mentioned, carries profound lessons that can shape our lives and deepen our faith. Join us next time as we continue our journey through the remarkable women of the Bible.